Welcome guys to Your Gaming Techie's VR show, a show where we look at PC VR, PSVR, and mobile VR, so you guys don't have to waste your time and money. And today, we're looking at my first game on the Valve Index that I just received and just purchased, and today we're looking at Boneworks. Now this is a game that a lot of people have been talking about. It was hyped like crazy when it was first announced, and it was supposed to be this revolutionary game, and the physics were supposed to be insane, and everyone was craving about it. And here I am coming into it fresh, with a new set of eyes of everyone who's been talking about it for the last couple of months. Some people were a little disappointed. Some people were extremely happy with what they got. Some people fall in the middle. So I'm going to tell you what I think, and if I think it's a game that should be recommended for everyone or for certain people. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a look.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Boneworks. We're here at the main menu. We're about to start this game up. This is the first time I'm playing this game. You can see we're in here. Our hands are moving. This is my first true experience on the Valve Index. The only other game I played is a hand demo, which was really cool. This is the second VR experience I've had that's truly been developed with these controllers in mind. Of course, with Half-Life Alyx coming out next week, I'm really excited for that too. But this is the first game I'm really excited to try on the Valve Index. I can see my fingers already, how well they're moving in this game, compared to some of the other games I was playing where it doesn't move at all. So, really, really excited for this. Alright, let's go ahead and start this up. I heard this game is really extreme as far as getting sick. Even the people who have played VR for a long time have said this. So, I'm a little nervous, because I've played VR for a long time, but there's been a couple of times where I have gotten a little motion sickness. On go VR legs. Locomotion, crouch, snap, turn, jumping menu. Okay. Look at this magazine. Look at the physics on this stuff. Everything you grab, even this book bends like a book would bend. That's freaking awesome. I have never seen that in VR at all, where like a book actually bends how it's supposed to when you're actually gripping it. And this is really cool. That's awesome. Cool stuff. We already know what this was gonna do. If you die in the VR, do you die in real life? Everyone's too afraid to try. Alright, let's see. Everything in here is about exploring, so don't expect me to go fast, because there's a lot to look at, and no reason to go fast. Because there's things everywhere. We found the crowbar. Let's grab that. Oh, that happy guy here is in here again. A Windex bottle, we don't need that. Radio. Probably just broke it. Do we really have a canned soup right here? Oh, that's awkward. Yeah, we do. You're being watched. That's not creepy at all. Inoperable geometry. Squirt of water? What if I want a lot of water? Alright, our mind is directly connected to the void. Boneworks backend is the only thing preventing true death. I don't know if I'm going to need this crowbar, but I'm assuming I'm going to. Oh, shit just fell out of nowhere? What the fuck? I got a soda machine over here. Anything good over here? Ooh, that thing just broke on. What's over here? Oh, you could knock this whole thing over. Oh, it's on top of my head. That's so weird how, like, it's actually realizing that I'm standing here. Like, I could literally hold this up with my head. And push it down. That's awesome. Is this thing open? No, there's no handles on this. Punch that bottle. Does this TV turn on somehow? Gotta be careful with physics in this game. I'm still not used to. I'm just used to lifting my hands up. And in this game, when you lift your hands up and you're about to hit something, you're about to knock the whole thing over. Just very different to every other VR game I've ever played where my hand would have just gone through the table and that would have been it. As opposed to what this game is trying to do, which is all physics. Look at this. It just knocked the whole thing over. Everything just falls off the table like it's supposed to. Yeah, that's insane. People might not think that's a big deal when they're not, when they haven't played VR before, but trust me, that's a big deal. It's never been done before. Can't put this on my belt or anything right now. Let's grab that back up. We got a hammer now. Why does it not want me to pick that up? Huh. That's weird. Where did it just fall to? There we go. Oh, because it's attached to the whole shelf. Oh my god. I'm in the shelf now. Speaking of physics. I don't know if that's going to be useful. We'll find out. Joyrider. Get this chair out of the way. I don't know what kind of laptop this is. What's this look like? Looks like something Acer would make. Or Asus. How to make video games. It's funny. Alright, let's see what we have going on. Okay. Theoretically, if we can somehow stop the system clock, we can disconnect the resurrection field outside Mythos chambers. We could resurrect in the void. If I disconnect the servers, I could probably buy a couple of hours. The Voidway could allow for more immortality if all the Mogollon heads knew even remotely how valuable this is. Okay. Even with Boneworks access, getting out of the Mythos might be hard. Let's go find out. Museum of Technical Demonstration. No, there's a window glass there. Yep. Look at the physics on this, though. That's awesome. Alright, so there's tension snap right. Yeah, you could do that. Okay. Oh, we got a bat. If I hold this at the top like this. Yep, that works. Figured it would have. That looks like a fake door. What's in here? Some old pipes. Oh, let's get this out. Anything good in here? Oh! Not even sure if a baseball bat's actually gonna hit this wooden thing. Yeah, it will. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's move this out. Get out of my way. Gotta get this wooden plank out of the way. Look at the physics. I just used the bat to move that off of me. This is literally insane. Okay. Anything good in here? No. I don't know what these little things are that are walking around. Game with us. Oh, we're gonna have to crouch here. Okay. Oh, we're gonna die. Did I just die? I just did. Oh, obviously. What I should have done. Let's turn this off first. There we go. Alright. And my bat's still here. What's this do? Hitting this bat feels just like a bat. Just like you think it would feel. What do we have over here? It seems like I would die if I touched that. Maybe not. No, I guess not. Okay, so let's go ahead. Museum of Technical Demonstration. Oh, this looks interesting. Oh, loading screen? Yep. Loading screen it is. We're entering a big area.
Hello, and welcome to the Museum of Technical Demonstration.
Okay, not that way. So we'll go this way. Gallery of Mechanics and Interaction. Attention, left thumbstick based on headset direction. Look at these controllers that they designed. Interesting how they did the instructions for this stuff. Though they're giving me movement instructions about like 10 minutes into the game at this point. Welcome to the Museum of Technical Administration. Learn about the interaction, discover virtual physics, explore what is possible, study the history of Mythos City. You are here on the first floor. Okay. Let's go this way.
Museum staff would like to remind you.
Complete virtual operating space designed by Mono Industry, structured into 6 districts. Okay, so it seems like this place is designed in 6 different areas, 6 different themes. And we're about to enter into one from what it looks like. How do you run? Double tap. Oh yeah, I see that. Showing you a bunch of equipment that they provide. Traditional virtual space, Mythos virtual space. Virtual simulation. funny. Okay.
Jumping is a byproduct of
It's a cool way to do a
sudden
tutorial,
release
though.
of stored upward force, resulting in temporary vertical displacement to build up stored jump energy. Please hold the jump button and release when ready.
Close enough.
If you are experiencing any overwhelming reaction to mid-OS version mechanics, please take a short break and come back to the mechanics after you feel comfortable.
We could jump. Right, or physically crouch, or use the right thumbstick. We're going to physically crouch. Okay, climbing gym. Oh boy. Oh, it wants me to jump. Whew, that felt a little woozy. Okay, so you can either use this thing, physically grab on the environment holds, and lift your body weight. Let's just grab onto this thing and get out. I'll take it. And up we go. To save additional items, place them in the left. Grab to save. Both hands. Triggers. Oh, okay, this is how you save. Okay, gotcha. And this is where you store the stuff that you want to save with it. Gotcha. And this is... Feels so real when you touch these things. That was weird. Let's see. We got some toys to play with over here. Interaction. Physically pick up and play with objects. Some objects can break. Grab handles. Interaction. Okay. Some of these things can break. Apparently not this glass that looks like it's made out of frickin' God knows what. Apparently that doesn't want to break. Come back. Oh, come here. Come here. Reach out with an open hand in this direction. Once you see a highlight. Okay. Got him. Cool stuff. This boxing thing. Ooh, that feels good. Feels like you actually have to put some heat into this to actually be able to make it move, just like you would think in real life. Doing this nonsense is only going to get it going so far. But take a big swing. Could really get a workout doing this. The hell did I get that in my hands? Get off of me. Alright. Get off. Alright, let's see what we got here. Move heavy objects. If you physically imagine you're holding the heavy object, you will have an easier time moving it. Okay. Let's try some. Oh boy. There we go. See how strong we are? There you go. Now. Yeah, so you can move this, but crash that thing down. Yeah, so heavy objects makes sense how you move them. It's all based on physics, and the physics in this are really good if you guys haven't caught that by now. With the way I've been playing this, everything just moves like it's supposed to. Things are just how they should be. Like this heavy thing, if I just try and drag this, you can see it barely moves. Like you can feel that you have to put more pressure to lift this up. See how heavy this is to lift? You can make it, it almost makes you feel like you're carrying something heavy. So that stuff is cool. Back here's the door. Oh, okay. You need to put that over here. Come over here.
Attention, archival staff. Due to an unfortunate recent incident, we request that all employees obfuscate the basement and lock locker. The museum halls are not currently open.
Look at this crazy environment that we're in. Alright, so first it says try breaking the glass. Easy enough. Man, that felt good. Alright. Try breaking the barrels. I got the hammer stuck on it just like you think you would. There we go. Give that thing a good whack. There we go. Yeah, hitting this stuff feels good. And feels like it's supposed to feel. I even got a hammer stuck on that thing. Alright. Puzzles are physics and not scripted events. Take your time and solve them however you can, even if cheating.
Please, feel free to take your time with physics environments.
Oh, so this gives you basically how it actually gets solved if you get stuck, I guess. Interesting. Alright guys, this is a good place to stop anyway. You guys can see the puzzle, what this game is like, and all the physics are like. I'm going to continue playing this game. Now that you guys have an idea of what the physics are like in the game and what this game's about, let me continue playing it and see what this game really ends up being and then we'll come back to the table and let's talk about what I think about the game. Let's go ahead and do that now.
Alright guys, so that was Boneworks on the Valve Index. My first true experience using these Valve Index controllers with this new headset that I got recently. And I'm really happy with the experience I got. I know that this game has a huge amount of hype when it first came out, and a lot of people were craving it and talking about it and saying it's going to be like the best game ever, blah, blah, blah. And then when the game came out, a lot of people were disappointed a little bit, or maybe not a lot of people, but some people were disappointed because I guess they were expecting something else. I didn't have that issue because I read all the reviews when they came out. Obviously, as somebody who's playing this late, I'm going into it more like, all right, it's going to be a physics-heavy game, and I'm excited to interact with the objects in here. So that's what I came into it. There is a small story in the game, or there is a story in the game, but maybe not to the level that people were wanting. But basically, this is a physics-driven game. Think of like Gary's Mod, on the PC that people craved and stuff like that. Think of this game something like that, where you're basically going into different environments. You're exploring the story that's there, but you're basically exploring through these physics-based environments, and you're going through and you're playing with all these interactive objects, and you're seeing how the physics interact with one another, how you can solve these puzzles that are in front of you based on how you interact with different things. And you see a puzzle, and there could be 10 different ways on how to solve it based on the way you interact with the physics in that environment. And that's what I had a lot of fun doing. I had fun exploring the different secrets that are in the game. There's a lot of secret rooms, a lot of secret things to do. And the interaction with the actual physics in the game is literally bar none to any experience I've had so far in VR, where they are just insane. Like the physics, the way you pick up a heavy object, and it really makes you feel like you're picking up a heavy object. The way the gun feels in your hand with the way it interacts with other things is just awesome. The only small caveat to that, and a little bit of a downfall, is that I was not used to, and you saw it in the video, that sometimes I would take my hand and smack it across the table, and the table would go flying because your hand is not just going through objects, which I'm used to most games where you're moving around your hand and there's an object sitting on the wall or something. Your hand basically will go right through it. It won't actually interact with it physics-based. In this game, it does. So sometimes you will get stuck in weird ways with objects that you're getting stuck in because of the way physics interact, and that may become slightly annoying, where you sometimes have to, pull yourself out of an object that you're stuck in or something like that. So that is a small caveat, but overall, I had a lot of fun exploring the game. There's a lot of objects to play with, a lot of different variety of guns. The enemies, there's so many different ways to kill them and things to use on them, and the way that the objects interact with those enemies and stuff is just really cool and not scripted in any way, which is really fun to mess with. And once you actually finish the game, you also unlock a mode. It's like a mission-based mode, basically, and they give you like a set. It's called the arena mode. The arena mode is basically you're jumped into a giant arena and a bunch of enemies come at you, and you have a certain amount of weapons, and you have to do a certain objective to kill them and do stuff like that. So that's a fun way to explore the game after the 5 to 7 hour story is finally completed. You can go in there in the arena mode and do these objectives, and it's like small piecemeal things, especially to show off your friends if you want to and stuff. So that's there. And also there is a sandbox mode where basically everything that you do while you're exploring the story, as you explore and unlock those hidden secrets and unlock those hidden rooms and get those hidden objects, you can actually bring those now into the sandbox mode, and then you can play with those in any way, shape, or form you want, as opposed to just going through the story. So there is some fun to be had still after the game ends, and in that sandbox mode, there's basically an infinite amount of replayability with the way you can build objects and interact with them. Like Gary's Mod, for example, is the closest resemblance I have to this for people who have played that in 2D, where you can infinitely play the game and just mess with objects forever, and there's a lot of unlockables and a lot of toys and stuff to play with. So if that's your bag, you're going to be in this for the long haul and be playing this for hours and hours and hours, because there's going to be a lot of content past the story for you if you just like playing with interactive objects and building with the tools that they came here with you. Now, graphics are really good. Now, the one thing I will say, like a lot of people said when the first game came out, that this is a heavy game, don't play this if you're a new VR user. I say the exact same thing. Don't play this if you're a person who's never played VR games before, and this being your first VR experience. I played the game for 30 minutes, and I've been playing VR games on this channel forever, and I hardly have any motion sickness with any game I play. This one, after 30 minutes, gave me motion sickness where I had to literally take the headset off and wait a while and then go back in there and basically build my VR legs back into this game, where I had to play for 30 minutes, stop when I started feeling a little queasy, went back into it, played for longer, and so on and so forth. So I had to take my breaks in between. I wouldn't change it, and I would definitely put the game as is, and I'm excited for what the game is, but I did have to take and build my VR legs up for this game just because of how extensive this game is with the way the physics are interacting, the jumping you're doing, and the climbing, and the way the physics are interacting with you. So just something to keep of note that you are probably going to have to build your VR legs into this one. Even people who haven't done that in so long and have played a ton of VR games still had a little bit of queasy with this game where they had to build up to it and play it in intervals just because of that. So that may be you, just something to keep in mind if you guys are playing it. So overall, I'd still recommend Boneworks as long as you actually know what you're getting into of everything I just described. If you're looking for a physics world that you can basically have a 5 to 7 hour story, interact with a bunch of objects, and really go crazy in the interaction and be excited for how the physics are going to work. And the physics, like I said, are bar none to any experience we've had so far in VR. You're going to be really satisfied, especially with the sandbox mode at the end. You're going to have an infinite amount of replayability with the game, and you're going to have a lot of fun with it. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen here today, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Gaming Techie is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie. Gaming Tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie is the gaming tech. Gaming Techie.